Hey loves, it's Belinda, Selene, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another purging, decluttering, organization video. It's part of a cleaning series that I have here on my channel that I'm going to start because I really just want to get rid of everything that we don't need inside of our house, because I feel like clutter does happen in every household in one way or another, and it's nice to get rid of it so that you can see the things that you have, you can appreciate them, and just, you know, live more comfortably. Alright, so next we're going to be doing the kitchen, which has gotten a little bit out of hand. I thought I kept it nice and neat at one point, but there's just so much stuff in our pantry, I don't even know what we have. This is one side of our kitchen looks like. We have a pantry over there, and then we have another one over here by the fridge, which is the one that I tend to use more when I'm cooking, because as you can tell, that one's a little bit further away. So during meal preparation, it's easier just to get into this one, and so I've stuffed everything in here and it looks pretty bad. This is one of my favorite things about this house because it has drawers that you can bring in and out, but look, you can't even take it out. So we have to do some, oh, something just fell. We have to do some kind of organization where we keep some of these on the other side, because it just doesn't make any sense to stuff everything in here. We just had a cookout and we had a lot of leftover like buns, and so we got to get rid of that. I can't even tell you what's on the bottom. And then as we go over here, we have this pantry, and this one looks pretty decent. It doesn't look overly stuffed, but there's just a bunch of randomness in there that we need to fix. These are the vitamins that I take for my hair, if you guys are curious. These are the Nature's Bounty hair, skin, and nail gummies. I've had this for 3 years. 3 years thinking that I'm going to use it, but I'm just gonna donate it. And we just need to make it look a little bit better so that it's easy for us to get stuff. Look, half of it is empty. I know decluttering a kitchen can seem like a tedious task, but we're going to divide it into categories in order for us not to feel overwhelmed. And I just found it a lot easier this way. That way, once I was done with one thing, I was able to move on to the next, and my kitchen wasn't a complete disaster scattered with all the things that were in our cabinets. And so I decided to first do all the food. It's just a lot easier. You know what's stale, you know what's expired, you know what you have enough of, or things that you don't use that you can discard, especially ingredients that you used maybe on one dish and will never use again. The goal here is to purge and to get rid of things that you absolutely do not use. So don't be afraid of either donating or discarding any of the items that you don't want. And the point is that you want to make sure that everything is out of your cabinets, everything that's food related inside of your pantry. That way you know exactly what you have before you start organizing or putting things back. So don't do it based on cabinet, just do it all by bringing everything out and then go back and start cleaning things up. I always had a garbage bag next to me in order to make the process a lot easier of knowing what to discard too. Alright, so far this is everything that I took out. I still have to go through this, but this is some stuff that I knew was garbage for sure. And then over here I still have to go through all of this, but over here we have this spill, which is so gross. I didn't even know that was in there, and I'm pretty sure this is syrup from the very back. But this just happened recently though, because it's a little bit sticky. So maybe it happened while we were trying to stuff more stuff in there. And as you are moving along from cabinet to cabinet or from pantry to cabinet, just make sure that you wipe it down before you move on to the next one. But you don't want to put anything back yet, because you want to make sure that you discard all of the food category first, and then you can go back and organize. So I knew there was some food items inside of this pantry, and so I wanted to get everything out before I started organizing and putting the food back. So I knew exactly how I wanted to store it, and that way it wasn't like double the work getting everything in and out more than once. And so the best thing to do is just dump everything out of the closet or the pantry. And then I went back, I cleaned it, and then I looked at each product to see if it was expired or not, put it back, and everything was just a lot easier this way. Once you have finished with one pantry or one cabinet and you have cleaned it and discarded and purged, move on to the next one. It'll keep you going and you'll get things done a lot faster. So now I am cleaning out like my spice rack, as well as where I keep some of my cans. A lot of these were expired and I didn't even realize it, which is so crazy, and a lot of them were not. And the thing is, I never realized how many cans I had, so I would go out and buy more because I didn't know how much I had, which is not a good thing. And so this is what it looks like afterwards. Once you're ready and you have discarded everything, then you can start organizing things back into their place. And this way you can get rid of extra bags or extra containers that you have or things that you just don't need, and things will look a lot more organized. For example, I got these cute little canisters from At Home, and this is where I keep their food. And I just find this to be a lot easier for me to take in and out when I'm giving them food. Plus it looks really cute in my pantry and it makes me really, really happy. And then I use these wire baskets that I found like at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, and I put their cans in there. And I used to have all of my dog stuff scattered everywhere, and so now it's all in one place. So this is what it looked like before in our pantry, and after decluttering, this is what it looks like. I could see everything and I know what's in there based on category. So on top we have chips. Like I said, we just had a cookout, so there's a bunch of different chips. And then right here we love to snack, and these are some of our favorite snacks, especially pumpkin seeds. I don't know why we love seeds. So I have them all there so that I know what it is, what's in there. And then this is just like the bread. We have crackers and we have some sesame seeds over there, but this is just like the bread that we had from the cookout. And then over here we have all of our pastas. So I'm glad that I could like see everything and I know where everything is at. And then down here is everything for baking. I don't bake very often, but I do make cookies quite often. Well, I guess that's baking often, but not from scratch. I love that it looks like nice and clean. I figured out what this is for. I'm pretty sure this is for your pots and pans, and over there is supposed to be for food, but I just like this so much better over here because it's so much easier to see what I have instead of walking all the way over there. And then my pots and pans already fit perfectly in here anyway. And I've actually organized my pots and pans. This is what I know that I'm going to be using on a daily basis. I mean, look how much wear I get out of it. But I love that I use everything in my kitchen, and that's what I want to continue to do. As much as I love mugs, there's a bunch that I don't use. And so I want to organize them and just kind of clear this out a little bit because it's starting to become messy over here. There's just randomness. The next thing that you want to declutter in the kitchen are your mugs, your dishes, your pots and pans. So bring everything out where you can see it, and then get rid of the things that you don't use or that you don't absolutely love. And I already did this 6 months ago. That's why I didn't have much to share with you guys. But I started collecting a lot of mugs again, and I needed to get rid of some. One of the things that I hold on to and that I'm guilty of is holding on to souvenirs, like souvenir cups, but I don't use them. So I'm just gonna donate them, and I'm sure somebody else will enjoy them a lot more than I will. I rearrange everything just because it makes more sense, so I could see all of my mugs, and so they're not knocking into each other, and so they don't chip or break. I have all my Disney mugs here. These are like my favorite ones. And then I have like my big ones over there, and then we have like tumblers and other like ceramic mugs that are for travel over here. And then over here I have the ones from Universal Studio, and they're right directly above the coffee station, so I thought that was perfect. And then over on this side over here we have everything that I need to make either tea or the coffee. Look how cute this is. This is where I'm putting my sugar, and it is a cute little cauldron and says Harry Potter on there. And then over here I often do like shakes or smoothies, and I use a blender over here on this side. So then I put my blender over here. I have another little blender and my toaster so I can bring it down. Next we have these junk drawers, and we have 2 of them in this house, actually more than 2. So this is one of them. This is ridiculous. I can't tell you what's really in there. There's a bunch of coupons that we never use. And then over here we have another junk drawer, which looks kind of ridiculous. We have to figure out a way to organize that. In here we have a bunch of randomness as well, which we need to fix. And then we have this one too, which is just some kind of decor. And the last category that we're going to declutter and purge are miscellaneous items. So stuff in your kitchen that you don't even know what it is, like those junk drawers. And it is so easy to clear these out because the majority of things are gonna go in the garbage. Like I had 3 aprons. I don't need 3 aprons. It's just one person cooking here. Ricardo doesn't cook as often, and he's not gonna wear an apron, so I'm gonna toss the other 2 out. There's also like a bunch of recipes that I had for my HelloFresh meals. I never looked at them once in the past 6 months, so I'm just gonna toss them all out. You can't save the just in case items because that just in case or that sometime or maybe I'll need it some other time is never going to happen. So just get rid of it. Believe me, you'll feel a lot better afterwards. Okay, we are done with this side. There's nothing in here. We have just the necessities in here. That's for the Keurig machine to clean it. We have stuff that I will actually use when I bake, and I know what I have. I know I have some little cups. My cookbook is right over here, and then over here we have some seasonal decor pieces. So some of the things are garbage, and this is stuff that I'm going to be donating. These are just like extra cups and mugs that made their way along after the last purge that I did a few months ago, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and donate that. And there's less stuff in my kitchen now, which makes me happy. Let's put the TV on mute. So look at that. I am so sweaty now. I'm really hot and sweaty now that I'm finished. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for this series because next I want to tackle the bathroom, and I also want to do the linen closet, and I'm also going to be decluttering like some other closets. Yeah, and I still haven't done my shoes and purses, so I need to be doing that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. That way you guys know when I upload a video if you guys made it this far. So that is all, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Muchos besos. Mwah.